Hello, everyone. How are you doing? How's it going? I am Dr. Tammy. I am your success strategist and literacy educator, and I can't work none of this. I spilled the beans already. I did it wrong. Thank you all for joining me live or via the replay. I appreciate you. If you're joining me, definitely tell me where you're joining me from and say hello to me. Today, we have a special guest whom I've already revealed. Not intentionally. It's just an amateur behind the scenes here. But I am Dr. Tammy, your success strategist, your literacy educator. I help you strategize how to move in the direction of more, prepare for what's next. And today we have my Sarah and friend, mentor, author, creator, strategist. She's everything, entrepreneur, joining us today, Miss LaSean Shelton. So I want you to definitely hang out with us. We're going to be talking about prerequisite to adulting and what that means. And you may find out that you need to explore some of these things. That what we're talking about is not just for those who may be upcoming adults or young adults, but for you too. So you may find that out. So that's going to be interesting. So hang out with us. So I'm going to bring her on since I've already revealed her and let her introduce herself. And we're just going to get this conversation started. So like I said, if you're one of my OCs, my original catalysts, definitely tell me hello in the comments. If you're new to me, tell me where you're joining me from and say hello. And welcome to another episode of Connections and Conversations. All right. So here, I'm going to try to do this right. Yay. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Oh my goodness. Because I know I inboxed her at the last minute. Like, I need you on my show. Like, what we're going to discuss today is about to drop. And I thought we needed to talk about it today, not tomorrow, not next week. We talk about it today because we want all of you to take advantage of the cool things that she has. And it's something about the timing too. Like if you get it during a certain time, you'll get a special treat. So I wanted to take advantage of that as well. So thank you, Sarah. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. Oh my
Absolutely.
goodness. This is amazing. So I want you to introduce yourself. And while you're doing that, please excuse me. I'm going to be just checking everything, making sure everything's running okay. So I'm not being, I'm off task, but I'm a good off task. Okay.
That's an awesome thing, right? So, first off, thank you so much for having me on. I know that this show is amazing and you're a catalyst for change. They are a really awesome community. So, shout out to your community, first of all. So, everyone knows me, Miss Optimism, LaSean R. Shelton, and I am from Jamaica, Queens, New York, currently residing in a little tiny state called Delaware. And I am a Y coach. I'm a changepreneur. I am that type of person that wants to make sure that you and your child can maximize their results with success. But most of all, what is your why? Why are you here? What is it that you do? And why are you doing it? And teaming up with someone so awesome like Dr. Tammy is amazing to me because you watch what other people do and you see the awesomeness in them, and I'm like, she's really onto something. So for her to support my book Prerequisite to Adulting 101 is like God sent to me.
Well, you sharing it with us is God sent. Oh my goodness. Thank you so
Thank
much for being
you.
here. So, okay.
And I'm
So the
looking for to
entire
share it out.
title,
Mhm.
Say it again.
I was looking for this to share this out. Okay.
Okay. It's on my business page.
Okay.
Okay. Hopefully you find it. Tammy Francis, PhD.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready. I'm sorry.
All right. No, it's okay. You share it. Okay. So the entire title of the book is Prerequisite to Adulting.
Mhm.
Everything we should teach, but don't.
Exactly.
So the one thing I think we should disclose, first of all, is that we're both educators.
Yes, we are.
And so we're really in that space. That's where we operate. That's what pays the bills. In addition to our entrepreneurship. And so this is really fascinating me because I'm always thinking about because I'm a staff developer for K-12, and so this is really interesting. But as I started following her, let me just give y'all background. Like, I got to tell a story. As I started following her, and she's promoting this book is coming out in months and months and months from now, right? And so of course now we're up to the day, but initially I was like, oh, okay, oh, that sounds good. I think I can share this with my teachers. As I started hearing more and more and more about the book, I realized, wait a minute, I need this from me. I need this for my boys. I need to share this with others. And so I realized that this book is more than what you think. Like, you think it's for someone who may be a teenager or a young adult. Let me tell y'all, this is something. Hello, Sasha from the UK. Thank you for being here. That's one of my original catalysts right there. Thank you for joining us. So I'm interested because I found that it was for so many people. It's crosses so many audience lines, so like everybody can benefit from it.
Mhm.
And there's certain sections, like some things are new and innovative that even those of us that are older are not even talking about yet.
Right.
So tell me, how did you come up with, well, let's start about the book. So let's go back because I want to get to that. But the first thing I want to know is, what made you decide to write this book?
That is a really good question because there are so many reasons as to why. So it was three situations that took place, and I said, "That's it, that's it." So the first one, my oldest son, shout out to my son in the Air Force. Hey, AJ, he was trying to make dinner one day, and the house smelled really good. It was like aroma everywhere, and hey, Sasha, and the chicken looked good. And we went to cut it, and I'm like, it's still alive. Like, oh my God, what's going on with this?
Oh my goodness.
And he said, well, I didn't know. I thought that, it was ready because it was brown. I could smell it. And I said, no, you have to wait till at least 160 degrees inside and till the fleshiest part doesn't have any fluid. That's how you know it's ready. I mean, it would have like salmonellas us all the way out, right? So that was strike one.
Don't eat it. Don't eat the chicken.
Don't eat the chicken. Strike two. And it was an oven roaster too. Strike two. So I'm speaking out of school because I do a lot of public speaking. And while at the school, one of the teachers came to me and she said, Dr. Shelton, I know that you really sewed into our children, but I kind of need you to give me some advice. So I said, sure. What is it that I can do for you? And she asked me, this is an adult, how does one purchase good credit? Like, can I go online and shop it? Or do I and I'm looking at her and I'm just holding my face. I'm just sitting here like, did she just say, where do I buy? Where do I shop for, purchase good credit? And what shocked me about it was this was an adult, an educator, a fellow educator asking this question. And I could not believe that someone thought that they could purchase good credit. So when I explained it to her, I said, no. Your birth date, your name, your social security card number, your address, those are your indicators. And your spending habits and repayment habits dictate how well your credit score will go up or down. So if you don't pay back, your credit will be bad. If you pay back, your credit is okay. It just depends on your debt to credit ratio. And it was as if I was speaking a whole different language to her. She had no concept of what I was talking about. So I said, yeah, I think I need to write this book. But strike three was when one of my students said to me, my mom is going to get upset with me. And I said, well, why so-and-so? She said, look, my button popped and I have to throw these pants away. So the button did pop and the zipper was broke. But I couldn't understand why she felt that she had to throw her pants away. The very long and short, both she and her mother had no idea that you can cut the bottom groove of the zipper, realign it, sew it, and zip the pants back up and sew the button back on. She had no idea. So that's when I said, you know what? I need to write this book because this is absolutely insane that our kids don't know what's going on.
Well, hello. Okay, so first of all, as a mom of my preteens, this is pretty scary. So I was like, so that's why one of the things I was looking at your broadcast and I was thinking, oh my goodness, I need this book for more than one reason. Not just for, because even I teach adults, so I teach adults, traditional and non-traditional students, so college students, so they may be 18 out of college, but they may be 60. But I was thinking, man, I think all of them could benefit from different portions of the book because there's so much in here. And so tell us, how did you choose the topics for your book, and what kinds of topics are in the book besides cooking and sewing?
Oh gosh, yes. So as an educator, my first official teaching job was through JDG. And JDG is like Family Consumer Sciences. But on top of that, I remember when I was younger, we had wood shop, we had to take some form of music, and we had to take home economics and finance. We had to learn economics, home economics and just regular economics, in a business sense. So I felt that a lot of our kids had no concept about credit, about budgets, about any of that. And I think about what my mom would teach me. My mother's voice is all through this book, and what I teach my kids, right? So that's how I came up with the topics. What are the most aggregated topics that's going on right now that our kids have no idea what's going on? So some of the chapters in my book, how to file taxes, how to deal with heartbreak. Do you realize a lot of our kids are taking their lives because they have no idea how to handle a breakup? And a lot of children and young adults are killing other people because they don't know how to handle a no, or I'm not interested right now. So that's in there. I talk about domestic violence, but how it's more than just hands on. It could be financial, it could be sexual, it could be academic. And I talk about that. I mean, everything from changing a tire and oil changes to how to vote. These babies need to know this. And this book is germane to fourth grade to 30.
Easy.
Easily. Easily. And
I'm
it's an easy
over
read.
30. I hate to admit that. I'm over 30. Hopefully I don't look it. But I'm
No,
over 30 and I'm thinking there's some things that I would benefit from even revisiting,
absolutely.
right? And especially because you've added so many new things to it. I think you've added, the current things. Because, when I did some things, it was in the 90s. So now that we're a couple of decades later, you may do them, but you do them differently with the current technology. So
Right.
I like that about the book too. So I think everyone can kind of benefit from it. So,
Oh,
okay. So go ahead.
you talking about the college
Yes.
application? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
So, okay. So tell me, when is this book going to be available and how can we get it?
The
Hello.
book is available at midnight tonight.
Yay!
I
I
am
need some little
so
streamers or something.
yes, like woo! I have a pair of earrings. Woo! So the online version is ready effective midnight tonight, but the print is available now. So this is the first in its kind. Yes, the first in its kind because there's three versions of it. We have the online version. Wait a minute, I don't like the way. We have the online version, we have the full color version, and we have the black and white version. And the black and white version is actually not, like that dull black and white. It actually has a little tint to it, so it's not that bad. And I enjoy the fact that people have three different options that they can purchase this book. And I've never seen a book of this kind offered this many ways.
Yes. And so they can get it on Kindle.
Yep.
And so the difference between the black and white and the regular version is just the color and the
Right.
price.
And if you want to get the full robust version of it, like I'm talking like the reach out and grab you, get the color version. You definitely
Right.
want that version. And you want to invest in your child so that your child, because a lot of our kids are visually stimulated. And I felt that the colors that were, allocated to each section would speak to that sensory that a lot of our kids are looking for. A lot of our when we were learning, it was dull black and white, and we would just turn the page, and it was just really mundane. But these images jumps up and grabs you, and it keeps the kids, like it just keeps them interested and just captivated by what's on the page.
Yeah.
So yes.
Well, okay. So I'm going to ask this question. I've
Yes.
got to ask this question because I know you. Now, anybody who know LaShawn knows who her favorite person is.
Yes.
Nipsey Hussle.
Yes.
So he's in the book. So tell me, I roll my eyes. I'm not gonna roll my eyes because I think I know this answer, but I'm gonna ask it anyway for
Okay.
you, the audience. But tell us why Nipsey and how did you use his life in your book?
Wow. That's a really, whew. So I had a feeling you was going to ask that. And I said, how would I prepare myself so I don't get tearful with this? So for those who didn't know,
Okay,
I had
just so you
an
know,
opportunity.
if you get tearful, I'm gonna remove myself, and you're gonna be the only one crying.
I'm
So I'm gonna
sorry.
be in the background.
Whew, okay. Okay. So for those who didn't know, I had a unique opportunity to almost work for this gentleman. And this is when he first came out of county jail. This is when he first, this is when he was like Nipsey Hussle. And he wasn't the friendliest person at the time. And he didn't feel that I was pit bull enough to work for him. And he was right. At that time, he was still heavily affiliated. He was really, still just like a little wet off the streets, if you will. But he had a vision. Now, fast forward like 9 years later, this man was able to acquire millions of dollars in real estate and business. And he used that money to fuel his community. He knew how to take apart and reconstruct computers by hand. And he wanted to teach that to the youth. And his message for the children, not only in Los Angeles, but abroad, internationally, was stay off the streets, stay out of gangs, and find something purposeful for your life. And I was like, wow, that means something because he's erasing his past and rewriting his future.
Right.
So that topic is called forgiveness, but it's also stimulated by erasing your past and rewriting your future. And he did just that. He was no longer that drug dealer. He was no longer that gangbanger. He was no longer that womanizer. He actually was teaching kids how to stay off the street. And I quoted one of his songs when he says, find your purpose or you're wasting air. He says, find your purpose. I won't say it's easy or fair. Find your purpose or you're wasting air.
Wow.
And he was teaching, hey, Trevania, he was teaching kids that you don't have to dribble a basketball. You don't have to throw the ball. You can own the team. You can own a company. And just a thought of how Los Angeles shut all the way down to commemorate him, how buses had his name on there, how police officers were saluting his store. That to me lets that reader who may have had a couple of snafus in their life know that they can start over. And that's why I chose that.
So I can't wait to read it. I'm just
And I
saying.
did.
That's probably the second. We're gonna talk about the first. The second thing I'm gonna read is Nipsey. Probably because I just know how much she adores him, and she talks about it like, okay, so let me just be transparent. Like, I listen to the music, but I'm not good with names. So I didn't pay attention. But it wasn't until he died that I actually knew, like, oh, this song is his. And that's when I really learned about him. Like, I must say that I can't, like, some people say, yeah, I was always on him. I can't say that. I can say that I've listened to him, but I didn't make that connection until later. So I can't wait to read that. But the first thing I want to read is the foreword. Okay, I don't have to read it, but I will have to look at it. I do want to look at it.
Yes.
So tell me
wrote the
about,
forward.
huh?
Because Dr. Tammy wrote the forward to this book. And my editor loved it. She said, this is the most strongest, profound forward I've read in a long time.
Oh,
and I'm going to give you a shout out for that.
And I didn't think it was strong enough. And I was thinking, oh, this is not the best thing I've written. Probably because I know my writing. And so I was like, oh, I hope she likes it. I hope it does it. Because the turnaround was so quick that I was like, I hope it's okay. So I'm glad you like it. I'm glad it holds for the book and you didn't like scrap it or say, hey, girl, you need to do better.
No, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Hey, Boone, thank you for watching. So
Hello. Okay, so all of you coming in, I guess we should remember our etiquette as far as live streaming. We want to just say hello again. I am Dr. Tammy. This is another episode of Connections and Conversations, and today we're interviewing our author, strategist, coach. She gets us right and tight. If you ever watch her broadcast, whether you are single or you're wanting to do something, write a book, or you want to figure out your why, your purpose, this girl's got you. And so we have LaSean Shelton joining us here today.
thank
And
you.
so we are talking about and highlighting her book, Prerequisite to Adulting, which is available on Amazon. So make sure, if I can do this right, make sure you grab a copy and check it out. It is there. That's what the cover looks like. You can definitely follow her on Twitter, Instagram, Periscope. She's even on Periscope, but I couldn't find the graphic. So the little icon. But you can find her everywhere as Miss Optimism, and she'll tell you a little more about the other places you can connect with her in just a moment. But definitely check out the book. Go over to Amazon, get your copy. It releases like in a few hours, and I was being a little greedy. And so what I did was I said, "Hey, girl, it's my show. Like, can we do it today?" I don't even know if this may even be before her official launch party, but I know she's been talking about it for months. So I figured she would let me
Yes.
have her on here.
You're my first interview with this book because I love you to pieces. So thank you.
Okay, so my whole purpose of mentioning that forward that I wrote is to talk about some of the people that you have in here. So tell me, how did you choose? Did you write all this alone? How did you come up with the content? How did you seek help for the content? Because I know that I've seen that there's other contributors. So tell me about that process and that decision on this is your baby, and you've decided to have a few of us,
Yes. Yeah.
writing your book, whether it's good or bad. Uh,
It was awesome. It wasn't an easy choice either because I wanted to be selfish and just have it just me solo dolo, as they would say. Thank you, Trifania. But I said, this is bigger than me. This is way bigger than me. And I want to make sure that was able to touch different aspects. And I'm not an expert in each one of those aspects. Like, I'm not a tax preparer. I have no idea about cryptocurrency. And I asked contributors, like, listen, I know that cryptocurrency is hot right now. Do you mind Fred Brandon contributing? Because all he tweets about is cryptocurrency and travel. And this is just a lesson to show that if something is your trade, if something is your market, keep talking about it. People are watching you more than you can expect. So I asked him, he kindly obliged. He said, absolutely, no problem.
Yay.
Yes. And then I have Veronica Ashley Reed, who is she's like a child coach, like a teen coach, and she helps teenagers realize their goals and dreams.
Oh, wow.
And she's having a summit that I'm actually I'm speaking for prior to, but I'm vending my book. And I said, wow, she has a way with youth and connectivity. I need her voice in here. And her voice was more about homeschooling. I'm a traditional educator. I don't understand homeschooling, so I'm not going to mess that up. The same thing with the gentleman who helps people pay their mortgage off, as to my tax preparer, and I'm missing somebody. But
You don't have to mention all of them.
right, but
Y'all
that's why
have to check out the book. Get the book, and you'll get the rest of them. But
you need to. But do you know, my top contributor, after praying, after my children, really pushing me, I had somebody who was very, very special in my life at one time who pushed me as well. But even listening to a couple of songs from Nipsey, that pushed me, because I'm listening to the words. I'm like, if he can do it, why can't I? If you can sell a CD for $100 and people were breaking their necks to get it, why can't I have a book that people can invest in with their children? And that's what pushed me also.
yay. I'm so excited. This is so exciting. So, okay. So I'm going to let her mention again the different versions of the book, how you can get the book, and all of that. I'll put up the graphic of the cover so you can see the cover.
Yes.
And I'll let her explain that before we go and we talk about some of the other things she's working on.
Yes. And once again, Dr. Tammy Francis, I appreciate you. I appreciate your Catalyst community. I know how important change and elevating yourself is to you. So I appreciate you. So my book is available right now on print. So you can purchase three different ways. Invest. I don't want to say purchase. You can invest in
Yes.
your young adult as well as you by going to Kindle. And by going to Kindle, you can purchase it midnight tonight. Or you can go to Amazon right now and you can purchase a black and white version as well as a color version of this publication. And it is a workbook inclusive of real life scientific based evidence proven empirical data of different topics for your kids and your young adults as well as you.
Yay! And Trifania says, I can't wait to dive in tomorrow. I know, I can't wait. I'm gonna order mine as soon as I hop off here because I want my Prime to deliver it as soon as possible.
Thank
Although I've had a sneak peek.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Okay, so tell us some of the other things you have. So we're ending a quarter, we're going into a new year, a new decade. Tell us what Miss Optimism have planned for 2020.
2020 is a year of prerequisite to adulting. I am focusing solely on this brand, getting our young people prepared, getting our young adults prepared, and also refreshing adults. So this is a year of adulting. No more excuses, no more woulda, coulda, shouldas. This is the time. And myself and a certain someone, a prerequisite to adulting college tour. And
I gotta get this direction thing right.
it's this way, this way. So we have a college tour plan, and the college tour is getting our kids, prepared for college, but experience a catalyst for change. And I couldn't think of a better person to partner with than my Dr. Tammy. I love her to pieces, and she keeps me on my A game. And that's why you need an accountability partner, an iron sharpens iron, and someone that's not going to just say yes, yes, yes. She told me no a few times. I was like, Dad, I think it'll work.
I was like, no.
Yeah, I was like, I thought
Like, really? She was like, really?
Yeah, that was good. Huh? So
I got a few emojis with that, but
there was a lot of
little crying tears.
So that's what's happening. We already have a workbook in the book. If you order the Kindle version, you have to work with a notebook. But for this following year is nothing but workshops, symposiums, training, getting in front of colleges, universities, getting in front of districts, and pushing this.
Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait to see how it just grow, like it just flies off the shelf like wildfire, just boom, boom, boom. Because then I'll have you back. Because then you'll have to come back and tell me, how did it do?
I received that. Thank you.
Because I know it's good. Because I mean, I haven't seen anything like this. I've been teaching for a while. Okay, to be completely transparent, almost 20 years.
Uh-huh.
And so I haven't seen anything like it in the schools, on the shelf. I'm an avid reader, and I haven't seen anything like it that is that comprehensive and have so many of the topics in the same thing. Yes, you can get a tax book. Yes, you can get a book on maybe even the cryptocurrency. You can get a book even on cooking. However, to get it all in one place, this one book, and have it available at your fingertips in a way that not only a fourth grader can understand it, but an adult can understand it and use it. And so I haven't seen anything that's been available in this way. And so I just think it's amazing that you've created this and that you have that you didn't wait, because I know you waited a little while. So I do believe in timing, and this is the time. So I can't wait to see what happens and what the results are, because you're going to be back. We'll have you back in a month or so. We'll see how it goes.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you, and I thank you for the forward. Be majestic with those years. Thank you. Yes. Double up.
Just don't tell anybody. So those of you in here, don't tell anybody. I'm still 24. Okay.
She started teaching
Uh,
when she was 3 years old. She's a prodigy.
this is my second year. This is my second year teaching. But so okay. So anything else? So tell us how we can connect with you. Tell us how they can follow you, find you,
Okay.
hear more
Well,
about your book. Because she's going to talk more about it. I just wanted to give kind of an overview because I know she's going to do her thing. So I didn't want
thank
to spill
you.
all the beans.
I appreciate you. I'm starting to beef up my YouTube channel a lot better than what I was doing because that wasn't my platform. But for what I'm doing for the following year, subscribe to my YouTube page. I am Ms. Optimism everywhere. So my YouTube page is at Ms. Optimism, but it says LaSean Renique. And you'll find it when it says transform yourself, transform your life. So follow me on YouTube, subscribe because I'm going live daily. You can also find me on Periscope, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook under at Ms. Optimism, which is right there on the bottom of the screen. And you can find me on Facebook as well as LaSean Renique Shelton, speaker, author, coach. And there you'll have some juicy tidbits as well with what I'm doing with Prerequisite to Adulting. But the best way to find me, everybody, is on Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook.
Yay! 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 Awesome! Awesome! I'm trying to work this. Let's see if I can work this. I'm slowly figuring this thing
You're
out.
rocking it. You're rocking it.
Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for taking time. I know you had just gotten off work, so I'm gonna let you get to your life and so I can go purchase my book because I got to get that before it says unavailable, more coming soon because
I
I know
see
that's coming. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Y'all, I swear it's my book like I did something, but I didn't. I'm just here to just, hey, let's go. Let's do
so
this.
amazing pictures. Yes, you
Thank
did.
you. I just can't wait to get it and to share it with my students. So I will be definitely doing that in the spring and seeing how it does and give her some feedback. So I'm looking forward to that. So thank you so much for being here. I
You're
appreciate you.
welcome. Thank you for having me.
So, for those of you that are joining us, I am Dr. Tammy. If you have not followed me, follow me here. Go up, turn on your notifications, do all that good stuff. Make sure you put C first for my page. Like really, because I go live every Tuesday at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, right here. And so I hope you'll join me and expect more interviews, more topics of encouragement and inspiration. That's what we do here. And so I hope you will join me now. Okay. Oh, wait, LaSean. Oh, wait. Oh,
Yes.
goodness. So we also got to talk about so part of we're talking about these collaborations. So I have a travel group and I have trapped her into helping me plan one of our trips in 2020, which is in NYC. And she is rocking it. Like she's like, girl, we can do that for this much. Like we can public transport. We got this. So she is amazing at helping
Thank
me with
you.
these trips. So thank you so much as well with
You're
that. Look,
welcome.
so not only are we collaborating on stuff that she drug me into, I've drug her into a few things. So
I'm a native New Yorker, so she's giving me far too
yeah.
much credit.
Yeah, she is, but she doesn't have to do that. And so she has agreed to help me in all my inboxes at midnight when I have a thought what about this? Anybody have any ideas about this? She's like, and it's funny because she let me do all my questions. And then after she reads them all, then she responds. And she sends
It,
me links.
yeah,
Like, here it
it's
is.
literally midnight.
Here, lady. Just take them and leave me alone. Like, you got this. Just so good. So thank you. I must thank you for your
You're
help. I
welcome.
appreciate you. So if you want to join the travel group and travel with us, because we're going
Yes.
places in 2020, definitely I'll put the link. I'm gonna put it up right now. I think I have it here. Definitely join the travel group at bit.ly C4C travel group. You can go there. Definitely put in your email and then it'll take you straight to the group. Join the group, and that's where you get all the announcements and know where we're going and what we're doing. So thank you all for being here and joining us. We are signing off. I appreciate you. Any final words, Miss Optimism?
One, thank you. And guys, invest, invest, invest. Prerequisite to Adulting 101. We have an introductory price for the Kindle, but it goes to the normal price next week on Wednesday.
So get it now. Like yesterday, but get it when it's available now.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all for being here. Take care, and we are out. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.